my name is Kristen Matthews. This is my video on my interview with Jeffrey Quiet, and this is for Professors in Psychology 2033. So Jeffrey Quiet is a professor of psychology at LeTourneau University, as well as the director of clinical training. Dr. Quiet holds the title as loving husband to Mrs. Dr. Quiet, who's the dean of nursing at LeTourneau University, and he's the father to two daughters. Dr. Quiet's daily responsibilities include managing courses that he teaches, overseeing the practicum and internships of graduate students, and looking over evaluations. Dr. Quiet is not just any professor, but he's important to me because he's my Cornerstones professor, and it's really nice to see that outside of Cornerstones, what he does and what I'm going to get into. Cornerstones is a really useful class because he teaches us things that are going to help us as we go along our journey in the major, as well as just things about life and college and LeTourneau specifically that we need to know to get the best experience and to use everything to our fullest advantage at LeTourneau. He's a great professor, nice man, Christian man, really down to earth, one of the most honest people. He's very quiet and reserved when I see him like around campus, but when we're in the Cornerstone setting, he's very straightforward. He doesn't sugarcoat anything, and he makes it very clear what he's trying to say and what he wants us to understand. So I really thought this assignment was helpful for me to get to know him a little bit more on the personal side and get to know what he does every day. So before Dr. Quiet went into psychology, he wanted to become a pastor, and he soon realized that God was moving him in a different direction. God had something different planned for him. God gives every Christian a mission, but he gives specific people assignments. So Dr. Quiet's assignment had changed. Dr. Quiet's a firm believer that counseling chose him, and after getting his bachelor's degree in history, he continued his education by getting a master's divinity and then a doctorate in counseling psychology. Dr. Quiet especially enjoys interacting with students and aiding their growth. According to Dr. Quiet, counseling psychology is an amazing field because it shows you many walks of life that you wouldn't see, and you get to learn about all different types of people, and just learn their life, learn their stories, learn the lessons that they've learned, because it can help you, or it can help you help others. And he also said that it's important that as a counselor you set boundaries, because if you don't set boundaries, then anything that happens in the counseling setting can negatively affect your life. You don't set up those proper boundaries. So meeting with Dr. Quiet was inspiring, and it was motivating because I see him, at least once a week, and being able to see him once a week isn't enough. It's not enough to know what I'm going to get myself into. And seeing him do it makes me want to do it. And it gives me the mindset that, hey, I have somebody I can look to and I can go to when I'm struggling with these courses, when I'm doubting what I want to do with my life, when I feel like God has a different plan for me, a different assignment, a different move. I have people I can go to. I have the whole counseling center, the whole psychology center that I can turn to, but specifically I have Dr. Quiet that I can go to and say, hey, I know you went through this. I know you went through these things, you took these courses, you've seen these courses, you've taught these courses. Can you help me understand what's going on? Can you help me evaluate the situation and approach it in a different way? So I'm going to use this to my fullest advantage of pushing myself, of motivating myself when things are going to get tough, because they are. When things get tough, you're supposed to pray. And I understand that, and I will pray. But outside of that, there's people that are around me that I can just go to and say, hey, I just need a helping hand. I just need a listening ear. I just need someone to give me advice. Tell me what to do. Tell me how to go about the situation. And I really want to go into this field because with counseling psychology, I can integrate my Christian beliefs. And I can say, hey, you're going through this. You could be going through this because you don't have a deep relationship with God. Most of our problems are so minute because we look away from what we're supposed to be looking at. You're supposed to look at the light, and you kind of veer to the side. So if we look at the light, if we focus in on God, then all these problems, they don't mean anything. They're so little. They're just little things that God throws in the way to say, hey, I'm still here. I still have your back. You just need to come to me and understand that what I'm doing is for your benefit. So this interview with Dr. Quiet was very useful. I'm glad I got to do it. This assignment was really, really inspiring, and just thank you for that. So thank you. Bye.